Kenya's elephant population has more than doubled since the 1980s, and one national park is currently having a baby boom thanks to a relief from drought, and the country's efforts to stop poachers.
Here's a summary of the article.
Kenya's elephant population has doubled since 1980s. Kenya's elephant population has more than doubled since the 1980s, and one national park is currently having a baby boom thanks to a relief from drought and a drop in poaching. Amboseli National Park in Kenya is experiencing something of an elephant baby boom. And Kenya's elephant population is slowly increasing. Kenya's Wildlife Service said the country has seen its elephant population increase from 16,000 elephants in 1989 to 34,800 by the end of 2019. There are several threats to elephant populations: climate change-related drought, clashes with farmers whose land the elephants trample, and poachers who illegally hunt and kill the animals for their valuable tusks. Kenya's Cabinet Secretary for Tourism and Wildlife, Najib Balala, says that growth in elephant population is in part due to the country's efforts to stop poachers. Kenya's Wildlife Service Director General John Waweru spoke about the threat of human-elephant conflict to conservation efforts during the World Elephant Day event, which can arise when elephants raid farmers' crops and kill livestock.
This post received a score of 86,000, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Oh man, I needed good news like this. Thanks.
Same. Yesterday was rough and this is the first post I saw when I opened Reddit. It warmed my heart a bit.
Here, I hope this makes someone's day better. Baby elephant gifts.
I love you. I love you too.
I love him too.
And I love me. Because someone has to. Edit. Or a shucks guys smiley face.
I love you, you wonderful human being.
Finally, some good fucking news.
Good news is all around us. Sadly, it's usually not reported on since it doesn't generate the same amount of clicks.
I mean, I'm sure there's a large number of good news stories out there in the world, but they aren't usually the same magnitude as the bad news stories that have come out lately. Every time I see someone reference good news, it's something like, baby giraffe is birthed at zoo, which, while good news, doesn't really outweigh most bad news. Edit. If you're going to downvote me, please at least give an example of a substantive, good news story, other than the one we're currently commenting on, of course, that has happened recently.
Also, it seems like half of the good news stories out there are something along the lines of students' families pitch in to pay for teachers' cancer treatments. Things that sound like humanity coming together, until you realize they shouldn't even have to happen in the first place.
No, no, no. This feels wrong. This is 2020, what's the catch?
Upon observing the baby boom, researchers have discovered a new elephant STD.
Which miraculously turns out to be the COVID-19 vaccine.
But we have to kill all the elephants for it.
Worse, it has to be administered by male elephants, and it's a rectal shot.
100% of people who get rectal shot by elephants don't die of COVID. It's true, guys.
We are all Mr. Hands on this blessed day smiley face.
Oh Enumclaw, we will never forget.
Much appreciated. I originally thought that it doubled from some small figure like 2,000 elephants to 4,000. But almost 20,000 plus elephants in one country? That's awesome. Hope it continues in other areas as well. Thankfully, the population is already high enough that the risk of inbreeding is minimized. Leopards, on the other hand, all hark back to one single population, so each a distant cousin to all other leopards. This has led to various genetic issues being passed on.
Which is interesting. Would that imply that cheetahs were lucky at one point, and the fact we are able to know their lineage is rad? Without cheetahs, it's possible to never know about them due to the fossil record being far and few in between.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.